Hi there everybody, it's time for another PCGS grading, submission, and unboxing. Again, this one's going to be in two parts. This part is the first part here where I'm going to show you what we're submitting to PCGS. And the second part of this video, we're going to have the results back and we'll do the unboxing and see how everything did. So this here is what we call an economy submission. So they're not super high value, they're lower value coins that you could submit at a little bit cheaper rate. So most of these coins are kind of just submitted for their eye appeal or for fun. So but if you get them in PCGS holders, then they're a lot more marketable and the value is there and it's worth doing. So what we have here in this submission, I'm not going to show every single one of them. I know the lighting right here, when I try to show all of them at once, is pretty horrible. I apologize for that. But we have a few Silver Eagles, and we're sending these in because of the toning. It really doesn't show up too well on that, I'm sorry, but this one has some nice rim toning. This one too has a little bit, not quite too much, just enough to make it interesting. And the whole goal of this one's a little more vibrant on the reverse. That should come out pretty well. And there's some rim toning as well. The whole goal is just to get these in the PCGS holders without them saying artificial toning or anything like that. So whatever grade they put on those, of course, the higher the grade, the better. But we'll go for it. Here we got an Ike dollar. This is kind of submitting just more for like a lowball grade. It's a bicentennial, and you just usually don't see them this worn down. So kind of submitting that for the lowball grade, which means you're trying to get a low grade because you just usually don't see that. So once you get that in a holder, people, some collectors out there like that. Again, there's a Susan B. Anthony here that's a low ball coin. Going for a low grade, you just usually don't see it because people really didn't circulate them that much. And here's a couple Sacagawea year 2000 coins. Relatively low grade, and once we get these back from grading, we'll all get a little bit better looks at these. I'm just kind of showing you what we're submitting first, because I know people like to see what we're submitting and maybe why we're submitting some of the coins. There's also a few more Eisenhower dollars, another bicentennial. This one's a Denver mint, and it does have a little bit of color to it, so that's why that one's going in. And it's also, you know, a nice mint state piece. Not sure how high it'll grade. Again, mostly submitting it for the color. The 1974. Again, it has some color on the reverse. And then there's a 1973 silver here that's still in the mint set plastic, but it's like golden color. So submitting that in. What else do we got to show here? Here's a 1980 Susan B. Anthony that's going in. Again, it's got really interesting color on the reverse. Maybe we'll show this one under the microscope just so you can kind of get a feel of why it's going in, but maybe we can get the color there. If we get it just right, maybe. I don't know, it's kind of tough to see. I'm sorry. I wish I had a better camera set up to show this to you right now. But you might be able to get just hints of it there along the rims. It's toned. It's got an interesting look to it. It's something a little bit different than you normally see. And if we can get it into a PCGS holder with a decent enough grade on it, might be able to make a few dollars off of it. So that's the plan. That's the plan on that one. Let's go back to the other screen and we'll talk about a few more. Again, speaking of just coins that you send in that are low grade, a 1967 quarter that's pretty worn in. Again, I'm not sending these in for myself. I have a customer that likes the low grade coins, putting together a whole typeset of low grade coins even, and kind of submitting for them. So normally it's not something I would spend the money on, but remember, we're doing this as an economy submission, and it's just not nearly as much as the normal PCGS grading fees when the values are low to begin with. Here is a 2000S proof scent that's also got a little bit of color to it. Doesn't really show up too well there, but what we're doing is we're also getting the TrueView photos on all these, so once they come back from grading, we'll be able to pull up the TrueViews and you'll get to see what they really look like, because I know I'm not probably doing them any bit of justice here. This one here is a pretty interesting one. It's the 1970S proof Lincoln scent, but this one we believe is the double die obverse, one of the double die obverse varieties, so that's why that's going in for submission. And yeah, so getting ready to pack these up. Gonna send them off to PCGS for grading. I'm gonna have to, start my wait for the results. I don't know how long it's gonna take. Sometimes it takes a few weeks, sometimes it takes a few months, depending on how busy they are. But you're not gonna have to wait quite as long.
2,000 years later.
And just like that, our order is back from PCGS. That was quick. Of course, I wish it was that quick on my end as it was quick for you guys here in this video. But we got our coins back from PCGS, and now we're going to see how everything graded out. So let's get this box opened up. Let's find the seam right there. Alrighty. Alright, let's see if that'll get us open here. Oh, there's more we gotta cut. Right there, and then this seam. Excited to see how some of these coins came back. I hope you guys like these unboxing videos as well. I have fun with them. And there we go. PCGS box inside. Looks like we got a black box. They also send you extra submission forms. Let's see what else is in here. Let me set this box to the side. They send you extra submission form because they want more business from you. They send you offers for free PCGS grading if you send a bunch of stuff to auction consignment. They send you advertisements for other stuff as well. Basically junk mail. They give you some junk mail. Cool. All right, let's clean this up and let's get into this box. Now in this box, there's probably also an invoice with maybe some personal information. So I'm gonna have to pull this to the side for just a second so we don't see that. Well, let's cut through the tape on the sides. And right here in the back is the paperwork we're talking about. So we're just gonna slide that on out of here. Yeah, those are just packing slips with the bill and copy of our bill and some of our personal information. And here we are. The submission is back. So let's see how we did. Let's look at these coins. First up, toned silver eagle, a little bit of toning on it. And again, we did get the Secure Plus grading on all these. So these will have TrueView photos that we'll pull up in just a moment. But here is 1990 Silver Eagle MS68 condition. When you're sending in a toned Silver Eagle, you're probably not going to get an MS69, but so 68 is actually an amazing result. So very happy with that. Next up in the submission, a 1995, and this one also came back MS68. Another nice result. This one had some rim toning, and we'll again see the toning a little nicer when we bring up the photos. Next up was another 1995, and this one is again MS68. Great result. This one has some really nice toning on the reverse. Can't wait to see how they imaged that one. Next up was the 1996 Silver Eagle, one of the better dates in the series, and again an MS68. Really happy with how they did on the Silver Eagles. Again, the reverse toning's a little bit nicer than the obverse. Yeah, real good job on the Silver Eagles. Looks like next up here is an Eisenhower dollar bicentennial type 2, and it came back AG03. Again, remember, we submitted some coins in here that were really low grade, common, modern coins. There are collectors that do collect the lowball coins, which means they're trying to build sets of low-grade coins, but low-grade coins that are free of problems, no major hits, marks, scratches, cleaning, or other issues. So yeah, getting that AG3, it's kind of fun, and hopefully we can find a home for that one. Again, not probably really worth submitting in the first place, so we'll probably be fighting the break even on this after we pay the submission fees, but it's just something fun. Next up was this one here. This is the 76 Denver Type 1 Bicentennial. Came back MS64. Again, sent this one in because it has some colorful toning. We will see how the pictures came out on the TrueView photos in just a moment. But that's an okay result. Probably hoping for a little higher grade than an MS64, but there it is. The next coin after that is our 1974. Had just a little bit of subtle toning to it. Only MS63 though. Only an MS63. Would have liked a higher grade than that. Would have liked a higher grade than that. After that was a 73 Denver MS64. Yeah, we're not getting the high grades yet on the Eisenhower dollars. Again, that one was sent in. It has some toning to it. MS64. Not an amazing grade there. 73S. This one was the one that was sent in still in the mint set plastic from the Blue Pack Ike. Only MS64 for the silver 73S. That is not a good result. Was hoping to get 65, 66, maybe even a 67 out of that one. Yeah, gonna have to really take a look at that one and maybe look at the high resolution photos they did. I mean, there is a hit on the cheek, a small one, but I mean, that's a pretty clean coin for MS64. Wow. Maybe they saw something that we didn't see, and I don't know. That's low. That's low. Speaking of low, here's a lowball Susan B. Anthony coin. 79 San Francisco grade VG8. Again, some collectors out there collect the lowball coins. Problem-free, well-circulated coins. Hopefully we'll be able to find a home for this one. Again, not something I would advise you to submit for PCGS grading at the expenses they did. But remember, this is an economy submission. The rates are a little lower than the normal rates when you do an economy submission. This one here came back nice, though. 1980 Denver in MS66. And this one was sent in because it does have some colorful toning. We'll probably not be able to see that too easily under this light. I mean, if we get it just right, you can start to see it. We shine it right into a light bulb. Hopefully the pictures by PCGS capture that nicely. After that, we get to some lowball coins again. This is the 2000 Philadelphia Sacagawea dollar, VG10. I don't know. Again, some of these lowball coins, though, I did send in for one of my customers, so this is not something I would send in myself. So I sent these in for a friend. 2000 Denver in VG8. So we'll see. I'm not sure what grades he was hoping for on these, but hopefully... I mean, I guess what you're hoping for on a lowball submission is you're hoping for it to get a straight grade and no problems like cleaning, altered surfaces, damage, corrosion. No, you want no issues with it. Speaking of a coin with issues, I guess we just pulled this out. Good timing there, unfortunately. A 1967 quarter, edge damaged. Good detail. See, this is what you don't want on a lowball submission. And this costs just as much to submit this coin as it did the ones that didn't have problems. So this is why lowball coin grading is very expensive, or can be very expensive. So there we go, a 1967 quarter in good details, edge damaged. This one's just pocket change, basically. And we got it graded by PCGS, and not a good result at all. Edge damage. It's worth about a quarter. It's worth about a quarter like this. Now, if we would have got it graded back G4, good 4, there would have been a buyer for it for a lowball set for sure. But good details, not so much. Not so much. Next up, we're getting into a Lincoln set, and there you can see that one has some color. 1976 Denver, and this one came back 66 red-brown. That's a nice result. Of course, you're always hoping for a slightly higher grade, but when you can get the coins here with this kind of color, there we go, showing it. And they don't come back artificially toned or altered surface or any issues like that. getting it in a regular holder with a number grade. That's good. Can't wait to see the photo PCGS did of that one. Another toned, slightly toned, not as much. The proofs, it's a little tougher to get them boldly toned. This one came back, Proof 69 Red Deep Cameo, 2007S. This one just has a little bit of subtle toning to it. It'll be real hard to show here under this camera. We'll pull up the other camera in just a moment. Very nice. Very nice. 69 red, can't really expect more than that. They sometimes give the 70 grade, but rarely. And last in the submission is our 1970S proof. And this one is the small date FS1401. So yes, they did correctly attribute it as the small date. They said MS67 red. Well, you know what? They actually screwed this one up, I think. Actually, never mind. I'm looking at the coin and I'm looking at the label. I mean, I need to look at the coin, not just the label. This is a proof coin. They just put it in the wrong holder. So I think maybe this was the double die obverse. And they just put it in the wrong holder. Small date FS1401. That's definitely a proof, though. So that one we will probably have to send back in for a mechanical error and reholdering. So anyway, that's not a good result. That's not good. That one has to go back to PCGS. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pull up this submission online. Let me do that on my screen here. We'll take a look at the photos PCGS did of our coins. There we go. Here's PCGS's website. Here's our grading results. And you can see the list of all the grades. We can pull up the coins like this. And there is the 1990 Silver Eagle that graded MS68. It's got some rim toning, lots of purple color, especially on the reverse. Not a bad coin right there. The first of the 1995s, it's the obverse toning's a little spotty, but it's got some nice blue color, and the reverse is slightly better. Again, that one graded 68. The next coin, this one is much more attractive, the 1995. Again, it's got that bold electric blue color and some teals and red and orange, all kinds of color on the obverse, but the reverse is just so much more bold and vibrant rim toning. This one will definitely get a strong premium. MS68 condition again. This one here was the key date, 1996. Really nice toning there. Just nice, even, toning on both sides. Similar colors, well matched. MS68 condition. Beautiful piece. We have here, this is the AG3 Eisenhower dollar. The bicentennial. That's what a lowball Eisenhower dollar would look like. Right there. Again, it's not that easy to get them in a straight graded AG3 holder, because you can see even on this one, there's some slight issues that could have went the other way. You can see in the surfaces, it almost looks like some corrosion, all these little marks. There's also a hit here on the rim. They could have kept it from grading on that, possibly. Possibly, but they didn't. It's AG3. Here is the first one of the toned Eisenhower dollars we sent in. This is the bicentennial. This one only graded MS64. I mean, I can see in the photo there's some marks here on his face there. There might be some light hairlines, but that's probably dye polish lines there on the reverse. I don't know. Was expecting a higher grade than 64, but the color is beautiful. The next one was the 1974. This color, I mean, it's not as strong as the last one. There's a few more marks on his neck and face. MS63 condition. There is a pretty large hit here under the U of United. Some more marks in the field. Again, was hoping for better than an MS63, but now that we see their photo of it, maybe that's the right result. Maybe that's the right result. Here's the 1973 Denver MS64 condition. Got some obverse toning that looks nice. Again, was hoping for a little better, but yeah, there's some scuffs in each of the fields. It's probably not too far off. It's probably the right grade. There's a decent sized hit in the head right there as well. 1973S. This was the silver one we sent in the holder, and Again, when we look at it through the mint set plastic, we thought it looked a little bit nicer. Now that we see the TrueView photo, then they take these photos outside of the plastic and outside of the PCGS holder. So this is the best look we'll get of the coin. That's why they call it TrueView. It's the true look of the coin, not through anything. There are some things in the field going on here, but MS64 is just too low. That should have been at least a 65. And we were hoping for a 66 or 67, but now that I see this photo here, it's probably not a 67. But could have went 65 or 66. It's a nice coin, better than an MS64. I think they might have got that one wrong. Here's the lowball Susan B. Anthony that we sent in, VG8. Just nice even circulation wear on both sides, and no other issues. There's the Tone 1980 Denver, and they did an amazing job on the photo of this. They show all the colors on the obverse and then even some on the reverse. MS66 is a nice result for this one. Happy with that. There is our VG10 2000 Philadelphia Sacagawea dollar. Again, just even wear on both sides. No major problems. And the VG8 2000 Denver. This one they say graded a point lower. Let's go back and look at the other one real quick. This one was a point higher. This one's a point lower. Point higher. A point lower. I don't know. They look pretty much the same. And if I'm really just looking at this, I think this one has a little bit more detail, the VG8, than the VG10. I don't know. So why did they get different grades? I don't know. I hit the wrong button. I clicked too many times. But they did. So that's the VG8. That's the VG8. Here is our problem piece, the 1967 quarter that had good details, that did not get the straight grade. They say edge damaged. Edge damaged. So it didn't get a good, the regular good 4 or good 6. Edge damaged. I mean, I see in the photo there's like some light little scratches on the edge, but edge damaged? I'm not seeing it in the photo here. I'm not seeing anything major. It just looks like a very worn down quarter, which is what we were trying to submit. I don't see any damage. Nothing to put it in a details holder. I don't know. I'll have to look at the coin itself in hand under a good loop or whatever for a little bit to see if I see anything different. Here is that 1976D, the graded MS66 red brown. Beautiful color all over. I mean, you even get some of that blue color. Blue color on copper isn't that easy to get. And just a beautiful coin. Beautiful coin. That one will go for a premium. And they did do an excellent job on the photo. Here's that 2000 San Francisco that graded Proof 69 red deep cameo. And they did an excellent job in this TrueView photo, picking up that yellow and orange toning and even some of the pink in the coin. Again, it's to find a modern proof like this with attractive color isn't the easiest task, and to get one that will grade high like a Proof 69, that's an excellent result. And then last in the submission, TrueView thumbnail, it says right there, no photo found. So let's take a look at this. Let's close this, scroll down. Right there, MS67 red, there's no photo. So this was the one that was the problem, that it's really a proof coin, and they put it in the mint state holder, and they don't have a TrueView photo. So maybe PCGS knows they messed up on this one, and I need to contact them to see. Let's click the certification number on this. And that brings up the certification information. And they're saying this is a Pop 1 with none higher in this grade. Yeah, it's not. It's not. So we're going to need to send that one back in to get fixed, because we don't want to sell something that's not right. All right, that's it. That is our latest PCGS submission. We got a few good results, I think, and some of them that were not so great. Again, we got a few more orders in right now. We got one at PCGS for sure. Got one at NGC. Even got an order in at ANAX. Hope to be doing some more unboxing videos soon. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel and stay tuned if you're interested in seeing those. Thank you again for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or comments about any of the coins you've seen here, please leave them in the comments below and I'll definitely take a look. Thank you very much for all of your support, and remember to keep having fun with this great hobby of coin collecting that we all love so much.